So here we are at Gigonometry, and we've just had the pleasure of hearing Megacone. So, Ross, I can't remember the rest of these weird names, so please introduce me to the band.
So this is Connor.
Hello, Connor.
Yeah.
Hello, Dave.
Playing wickedly good guitar, I have to say. Rather excellent.
Nimai.
Nimai playing wickedly good drums, I have to say. Rather excellent. I'm going to say this for each and every one of you.
This is Bala.
Bala. Yes. What an interesting name. Where does that come from?
India.
Really? So you have Indian heritage, yeah?
No, just hippie parents.
Deadly. You do look kind of Indian, though. That has to be said. And last but not least,
Podge.
Podge, who I met, of course. I saw you twice before, and each time he's completely blew me away. But tonight was really fucking special. Did you feel that yourselves? It just really, really seemed to come together well.
We didn't make many mistakes tonight anyway. So it was fun.
I think you guys could probably make like tons of mistakes and nobody would notice, because nobody just it's such a complex thing. I was going to ask you where you are from, but actually, what planet are you from?
There's a planet there, Mullingar. It's made entirely of canals and bridges for lads to sit under with cans and stuff. So
and presumably locks as well. Yeah,
there's a lock. Is more of a Dunleary thing. That's just locks. Yeah. So don't know how Connor got in there.
So because it does strike me that your music is so completely unique. Really, I mean, everybody up there tonight was they were just blown away by it, but it's kind of uncategorizable. So it's like 5 people just happen to find each other, because you must be influenced by the same things, but that must be kind of from some weird planet.
Yeah, we all went to college together. That's how we got. So me and Podge, we're both from Mullingar. So we went to college together. Al and Nimai are cousins, so they went to college together, and somehow Connor just like, oh, hey guys,
the Joker in the back, huh? So Connor, what's your excuse? How did you get dragged into this whole thing?
The lads were in.
You owed me a score.
Let's cut to the quick.
The lads were in a band, and they were starting an instrumental band in college, and I didn't want to start a rival instrumental band. So I was like, I'll just join your guys' instrumental band.
So this is kind of like the rock music equivalent of the Northern Priest process or something like that, is it?
Priest.
Yeah, he'd be a big surprise. Yeah. Big Priest fan.
So how long have you been together? Because even what people were saying up there tonight is that it must take them weeks just to work out one song. But what way does it actually work? How did the songs come together, the tunes?
Just trying to jam them out.
Yeah, it's like
lads with riffs.
Yeah.
Mash them at each other until they fit.
Because you're all very accomplished players. Like even the bass playing is kind of like pretty full on as well. You know what I mean? So there's like 4 different melodies going on all at the one time. How do you feel, Nimai? Like, you feel left out because you can't just jam in with the melodies? How do you manage to drum to that shit?
I just hang on to the bass and forget about everything else, really.
Yeah.
That's what most people do.
How utterly insulting for the 3 guitar players in the band, huh? But that's interesting, because normally the bass is kind of holding the root notes and stuff like that. But in your case, like, you're pretty much going with the lads and jamming all the way through, or how do you figure that out? Are you literally just jamming it out?
I suppose, yeah. Sure. No one's noticed. I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Yeah. I think when I was talking to you, Podge, the night in the Grand Social, you were saying that he's retired down to some place in Wicklow or something like that for 3 or 4 days at time. Yeah. So how does the whole weekend start off? I'd imagine with a spliff, but after that?
Well, we're going to head there after this, hopefully. We're going to go down and get a load of litre bottles of water.
Yeah,
and,
loads of food. Loads of food.
Just stay down there and have them all day.
Usually starts with a Whopper feed.
Which it kind of signified the start of tonight's gig for you, wasn't it? Because he came in here at about 7:30 with like burgers and rolls and chicken sandwiches and stuff like that.
We had dinner.
Yeah,
it was an early dinner. It was like,
I like to eat,
between lunch and dinner somewhere,
Yeah, is that called Brinner?
Yeah, I mean, meals aren't really a thing anymore. It's like it's a time thing.
Yeah, it's like eating time, isn't it?
It's like time has elapsed.
Yeah.
And whether I'm hungry or not, it's eating time.
Yeah. We like it. And that's your thing, Ross, as well. In between songs, you do talk like a fair amount of old shite, don't you? But
That's a fair comment. Oh, it's a fair comment. I'm not denying that.
but it's really entertaining shite, you know. I was talking to a Dutch friend of mine who was watching it. She was absolutely mesmerised by the gig, and she got a CD afterwards. And I was saying to her, "What do you think of the humour?" She's going.
I'd imagine it.
We're the same.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm in kind of my own little world. I think there's probably maybe 5 people that can really understand what I'm saying.
And hopefully some of those will be watching this video online. So you've been doing loads and loads of gigs. Like as I say, I've seen you twice already this year, and there's loads of times I've seen you advertised to play. How are you managing? How are you going down with the audiences? Because it is pretty far out stuff, you know.
Pretty well, actually, because we play like gigs up in Fibbers and stuff, like in front of a load of metal fans, and we played it in the Dublin Guitar Night in JJ's, and it like went down pretty well as well. Like between, so it's like jazz and metal is different. So it seems like because it's so out there, it kind of fits in everywhere in a kind of way, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, interesting that, a friend of mine was saying I can see them playing Fibbers, but I was also thinking there must be a place out there, whether it's Germany, Holland, or whether it's Britain or the US or something, but you know, to me you're quite unique. You guys probably will cite about a dozen influences that I have no idea about. Give me a few of them, throw them at me.
Animals as leaders.
No.
Snacky Puppy.
Yes. No.
Haken.
Yeah. No.
Okay. I don't know.
The Lord our God.
I don't know. Celine Dion.
But I mean, I suppose it's a whole subgenre. That is it. Is it are you thinking maybe that it's Europe that you're destined for? Is this kind of music, does it go down better abroad, or is it just a bigger audience? Therefore, it should.
We don't have the experience but that's where we're going to head. Like, we're fairly. I think that's really next thing on the cards for us. As soon as we have the dollar, off we go on the ship.
Savage holiday.
Absolutely. And make it at least a 10-year holiday.
we went to Germany actually with the college last year, and we really like playing music and really loved that. It'd be great to go back as a band.
People there as well, musicians and stuff.
Again, we had a band here last month who were going to Germany, and they were just telling me about the reception they get in Germany, the quality of the venues, the PAs, the sound engineers. They give you food, they give you beer, they give you accommodation, and they pay you.
Well, let's go.
Let's go to Germany.
No, I don't have the names and addresses of these places, but you know they do exist. And in a way, that's kind of the tragic thing about Ireland to some extent, isn't it? In that you have so many amazing bands, but we're kind of spoiled, and the pubs kind of to some extent take advantage of that. Or how do you feel about that whole?
I don't know.
It was kind of more like that for us. Like when we were starting out, we were just delighted to play anywhere at all. We just wanted to play like live music, but it seems to be now that not every time, but like nearly like 50% of the time, like people like sort us out with money for petrol and stuff like that. And that's like fairly like that's grand for us. Like we're delighted with that.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole thing about it's a total privilege being in a band, isn't it? As well. I mean, you put a lot of hard work, but you do it because you love it, and the privilege of playing on stage is kind of just its own reward in itself, isn't it? It's good crack, Ross. Absolutely.
You know, I think if all of our limbs got blown off today, I'd still hang out with boys. You know, I have a little stump sitting there like, will someone try and change the channel, man? You know what I mean? But we'd still hang out anyway. Like, so it's like,
well, hopefully that won't be happening just too soon. But anyway, in the meantime, may their limbs all stay limber, because we got to hear a lot more of Megacone. Thank you so much, guys.
Thanks for having us.